Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project and Magnetic Reversal News, bringing you a grand solar minimum update Sunday, June 16th, around 9 p.m. Mountain Time 2024. A huge coronal hole will be geo-effective later this week, and that will put us into a seismic watch. Keep calm. It's boom time. Happy Father's Day to all of the fathers that this is their day. A wildfire near LA spreads to more than 12,200 acres, sparking evacuations. The post-fire was 2% contained Sunday afternoon. The Southern California wildfire doubled in size overnight, causing the evacuation of more than 1,000 campers from a park, closing a popular recreation area on Father's Day, and threatening a major freeway in and out of LA. Let's see, check the smoke map here. Yeah, that is producing a large amount of smoke in Southern California. You can see that right there is probably the park fire. Right there. Yeah, post-fire, sorry. And now here we can see the perimeter of the post-fire, and it is still quite active and producing lots of smoke moving all the way down into LA there. So LA is smoky tonight, as well as the rest of Southern California. Remember when that apocalyptic wildfires up in Canada? Yeah, take a look at this wildfire season and almost nothing burning up in Canada. But the rest of the country is in the smoke. Take a look at this. Florida's on fire everywhere. There are fires everywhere in the U.S., and it's quite smoky. Severe chaotic weather around the U.S. with high temperatures in the Southwest and Midwest, and snow in the Rockies. There's going to be torrential rain and thunderstorms midweek from a ring of fire weather pattern. What is a ring of fire weather pattern? Well, here it is. You have a heat dome, and it's along the edge as fronts move through. Due to a dip in the jet stream, we're going to get rounds of heavy rain and severe storms by midweek. Here's the full forecast. Expanding heat wave, heavy rainfall across the upper Midwest and Gulf Coast, snow for the northern Rockies, critical fire weather for the Southwest. You can see the areas in pink, critical fire weather, and it looks like some winter storm watches and warnings up. Quite interesting. We'll check the GFS model in just a minute. Diverse pattern across the country with accumulating heavy wet snow across the northern Rockies into next week. Meanwhile, deep tropical moisture is expected to move onshore across the Gulf Coast states with the threat of heavy rainfall. This threat extends into the upper Midwest, where flash flooding and a few severe storms. In addition, a heat wave is building from the plains into the Northeast like a beast. And let's go check the GFS model. I'm going to move it through here. You can see a little bit of severe weather in the next 3 to 6 hours in Nebraska and Iowa, dissipating by morning. But there's that snow moving in. Holy macaroni. Let's take a look at what we're talking about here. Okay, well, this first, let's look at total accumulated precipitation, and we'll see some of this flooding that's coming to Texas, the nexus of the Schmexus. Take a look at that. That right there is 14 to 16 inches of rain through Thursday. So we're going to see some pretty spectacular flooding in Texas in just the next few days. Now let's take a look at total snowfall. And it may blow your mind. Look at the snow coming in mid-June, end of June. It's almost solstice. So we're going to be having some heavy snow dumping up there in Montana and Idaho, even portions of Oregon, Washington State, and Wyoming. So the snow is still falling, and Al Gore is still in his hole. Seismic update. No quakes of note. Pretty normal activity worldwide. Here's the largest quake of the day, a 6 magnitude in Peru. But that is a very low-level quake for that region. Worldwide volcano news for Sunday the 16th. Ibu to 13, Popo puffing and passing, Libotobi to 10,000, Fuego to 15. We've got Home Reef back on the map. This is in Tonga. Renewed activity reshapes and enlarges the island to the east. Semaru, who knew? Now you do. Puffing to 15,000 foot today. Sabancaya to 21. Ibu to 13,000 feet. Merapi back on the list, a 10,000 foot puff. Liwatobi to 10. Ibu to 13. Manam on the list, 7,000 foot puff today. Semadu to 15. Ibu to 14, and that's going to wrap up worldwide volcano news as we now are in June 17th, UTC. Here's that large coronal hole. We will be in a seismic alert later this week after it passes center disk. As far as space weather, the sun has been very quiet for days and is going to sleep. Even though there's some pretty big sunspots on the disk here, they're doing nothing. In fact, active region 3712 is quite huge, to be quite honest. 3-day geomagnetic forecast, all quiet on the Western Front. We were psychic about 12 hours ago, 24 hours ago. We went down all the way down to KP 0. Danes asked to keep supplies, iodine pills, and to prepare for a crisis. The government is asking its citizens to store food and water for 3 days. Denmark is threatened by a hybrid war, defense minister says, as well as the entire globe, to be quite honest. And that's a boom to knowledge. Please share this video. We need your help to make this channel grow. We are shadow banned. Become a Patreon. Support the work we do. We love you. Be safe. And that's a boom.